Hello my friends, welcome to Home and Garden. So today I am going to show you these beautiful flowers. This one, it looks like a snowflakes, but they're not. This is the Astilbe plant. And I do have two colors that's planted on the side backyard garden. And this is the white one and the other one, they look like a lilac color. So I will also give you a tip on how to propagate them by dividing, so you will have a lot of added beauty of Astilbe in your garden. So this is the side backyard garden. This is actually next to the gate. So I have two gates on the lower side of the garden and the upper side. So this one, all my Astilbe, they are planted on the lower side backyard garden. So here, this one is actually the mother plant. This is all the white color. It's so beautiful. They look like snowflakes. You see? So the Astilbe, they are planted together with the hostas and also the azalea tree. They are done blooming actually. And here, this Astilbe, they are all white, and this is the mother plant. This is where I get all the propagation. So I divide them when they get thicker like this, and they're overtaking the area. So for me to get more collection of the Astilbe, I divide the plant, like the mother plant, that looks too bushy. So that's why I got more of this white Astilbe. So here, let me show you the close-up look of the Astilbe flower. So they look like a little bit of green on the inner part of the flower because they are getting mature. And that's actually the seeds. When they are new and they just start blooming, they're just all white like this. Hopefully you can see it properly in your camera. So like that. And again, they look like a snowflakes. So that's the close-up look. And they are very gentle when you're like touching them. They're so beautiful. So since I like it when they are massive like this, because when they bloom, look at this flowers. They're all the way on the back of this bush. And there. And they are actually very healthy this year. They have more flowers compared to last year. So if you are planning to plant an Astilbe, you need to have a location that they have like partial sun and partial shade. So here on this side of my garden, they don't really receive the full sun because this is like again the side garden, and I have also the lilac that planted next to them, and that's all the Astilbe that I have, also the lilac color or maybe like a purple color. So that's actually the same color of the flowers of the lilac tree. This bushy, the tree that you are looking right now, that's the lilac tree. So here again, this is all the collection of the Astilbe that I divide them last year. So this one actually, I am going to divide them just to get more and add on the space that I have open space. So I can add the propagation on that side, which is maybe next to the lilac tree. This side is also the Astilbe collection that I have. This is actually the taller one. It's the same color as that. And let me show you the close-up look. And actually I have like a combination of white and the pink one, or look like a purple. So I have more on that side. So this is a close-up look of the lilac or purple color Astilbe. Compared to the white one, this purple one, it's bigger bloom. You see that? They're like about the size of my finger. So there's like about 2 inches. This is the white one, and they are smaller. And also the leaves, they're the same, but then the purple one is actually, of course, it's bigger, and the other one is smaller. So I planted them again on the side garden, and you can also add them together with the other plant. So here, actually, I combine them with the columbine and also hydrangea. So I add my propagation of hydrangea. You cannot see it right now. Let me zoom it a little bit. You see this flower bud? That is the hydrangea. So once the Astilbe are done blooming, then the hydrangea will be next, and both they are perennial. This pink Astilbe, there's only one that's planted in my backyard, but then I start dividing them, and the way that I propagate them, I never try it with seeds. I know they have seeds, and I never try it by cutting, but it's always I have successful when I do the dividing. So that's why I have all of this. Before I only have one bush of the Astilbe, so now I have this here, all the way here to here, and I have a mix of white one in there and more in the side. I actually add the pink one or the purple Astilbe in this side because they are next to the lilac tree, and the lilac flower are exactly that color. That's why I actually painted my decoration, my yard decoration, as the same color as the Astilbe and the lilac, even the bends. I color them a lilac color, and they're actually really nice to see. Let me give you a little bit like further view so you can see why I color the bench that color, because I got the idea from the lilac tree flowers and also of course the Astilbe. And this is again the Astilbe, and they are really beautiful when you add it, combine it with your other plant. So this is the lavender, and of course there are purple, that color. This is all the lavender. And black eyed Susan, this one, the black eyed Susan and also the lavender, they are new. I just added last year because I don't have any location for all of this, because this one is actually just given to me by a friend. So the lavender and then the black eyed Susan are actually really good on this location. They are thriving, they're healthy, and combining with the pink or purple color, as you can see, and the purple one for lavender. The combination is really nice. And I am so excited to see this black-eyed Susan in here. And look at this massive flower buds. So I actually divide them like early spring, or you can also do it like after they done blooming. It's okay to divide and just put them on the other side of the garden. So like for me, I am planning to divide this mother plant again and move to the upper part of my backyard, because I have also the plants that I added all the shade loving plant, and of course this Astilbe, they like partial shade. So the way that I divide them, so I usually just deadhead them, and then since they have a lot of roots, and let me show you the bottom part. So that's all the stem, they're very thick there. And then here actually I can divide this like about 4, and you can just deadhead it, and then as long as you have all the roots when you dig them, that's fine, they will survive. They're actually like similar to, when I do that, it's like similar to fern. So it's okay to transplant them or divide them by roots, and they will come back. They're not very sensitive. There are actually, sometimes I forgot to water them on this side um, every 2 or 3 days, or sometimes like once a week. It depends on the weather, and that's how I water, because they're not really like a picky plants compared to the other plants that I have in the garden. So this one I don't have any worry with the Astilbe. They grow. They're not really overtaking the entire yard on this side. So I love them because I actually I plant them actually on this recycled tires that I made it as a planter. And I add the primroses underneath, so when the Astilbe, they don't grow on the time yet, like about springtime, like March, April. All the flowers that I have in this pot, the tire pot that I did, are all the primroses, and then next is this Astilbe, and that's why I add also the hydrangea, because I want to have some more plant that added in here once the Astilbe are done blooming. So you can also plant them on the pots, that make sure it's a bigger pot so they have enough space to grow. And again, watering wise, they're not really picky. Planting area where to plant them, they like partial shade, partial sun. So they will thrive more. Like I said, in here, it's easy for me to care for them, and I can get more propagation by dividing. So this flower, it's actually, I can keep them for about like a week or two. So, or more than that. So let's check the foliage. The foliage, they are actually really pretty. You see the edge, they have like cuts that looks like somebody like cut and designed the edge of this leaves. And even though I did had them and removing all these flowers, I actually collect, and even the dry flowers of the Astilbe, I just put them on the vase and put it inside my house and as part of the decoration, and they look so pretty actually. You can try that too. So again, when they mature, they will turn to green like here, but I like actually the combination, as you can see in the camera. Can you see it? They really look like a snowflakes from the camera and also in person. So here, all the green, that's all the seeds. See that? But they don't really grow. I don't see any baby or the starter plant of the Astilbe. So I think even though they drop the seeds, they don't really grow. So they are growing better or thicker when I divide them. And then once they all turns to green, they will turn to brown actually. And of course they will dry up, and I can deadhead the flowers and then just leave all this foliage so that I still have a color in this side garden, because even the azalea, they just going to back to dormant, and all the leaves that you're looking right now, that's going to be of course going to fall during fall season. And same thing with the Astilbe. But even though when the plants or the flowers are done, I'm just going to deadhead the flowers and leave all the foliage so I have a color, and this side is not just like a dirt. So I want to show you how I divide this. So I'm not going to separate the one with the flowers, but instead I just going to show you like this extra plant in here. They don't have any flowers. This is new. So I want to show you how I propagate them by dividing. So okay, so this is actually the one that I dig. So I just want to show you. So this one, they don't have any flowers. So this is actually like an extra shoot of this purple Astilbe. And this is how they look like. Look at the roots. It's actually so easy to separate them. And they have a tiny roots like this. And I have another plant. So that's how I divide them and got more Astilbe. and add it to my garden. Okay, my friends, so that's the end of our video for today about this beautiful flower, the Astilbe, and I hope you remember all the tips that I gave you regarding propagation, so you will have more collection that will add it to your beautiful garden. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also hit your notification bell so you will be updated to all my new videos. I'll see you in my next video. You take care.